All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and here we go again with corrupt Letitia James. This woman is just pure evil. I mean, just evil. At this point, it seems like Letitia James run New York. It seems like anything she says goes. If she want to sue somebody, she can. It's like this woman just gets away with everything in New York, and you see the reason why people are leaving. You see the reason why people now no longer want to do business in New York. You see truck drivers don't even want to come to New York, all because of this woman and the corrupt judge that she's behind. She's already getting sued by somebody. She's already getting sued. And now I'm hearing that she's facing even more lawsuits. Because now this one has come from Patrick Bet-David. He said that that she threatened firefighters who booed her. So now, y'all remember the firefighters that was chanting Trump, Trump, Trump. Now they're saying that she's going after them just because they chanted Trump's name. Talking about she's gonna hunt them down. And now she's doing all these threats towards, it seems like everybody that supports Trump, she wanna threaten them, she wanna go after them. Like this right here is crazy. I guarantee you if they were chanting Joe Biden, it wouldn't even be a problem. But since it's Donald Trump, she got something to say. Now she threatened to hunt down the firefighters who was chanting Trump's name. This is just ridiculous. But let's go ahead and dive straight into this. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Without further ado, y'all, let's go ahead and dive straight into it. Like I said before, hit that like button so more people can see how corrupt Letitia James really is. This woman is just finished. She needs to be removed, disbarred, whatever you want to put to it. She needs to be gone. Because this is just insane the way they just let her get away with this crap. But let's go ahead and dive straight into it, y'all, and let's see exactly what's going on.
So can you imagine you're working for the fire department and somebody is rooting for Trump and booing Letitia James, and this happens? Go ahead, Rob. They're booing her.
As they should.
Oh, come on. We're in a house of God. First, simmer down.
Simmer
I want to
down.
thank Commissioner Kavanaugh and Chief Hodgins for
They're chanting Trump?
recognition.
Yeah. Trump.
Can you imagine? So let me continue reading what happens here. So the fire department is investigating staffers who booed
That's crazy.
Letitia James and cheered for Trump during a promotion ceremony with spokesperson Jim Long clarifying. Nobody, do you have the clip that says hunting them down or no? Nobody is hunting anyone down. It's about professionalism at an official event held in a house of worship. Fire Department New York Chief of Department John Hodgins emphasized the need for individuals involved to come forward voluntarily, stating, I recommend they come forward. It will be better for them if they come forward, and we don't have to hunt them down. That's what he said.
That's
We don't have
crazy.
to hunt them down. The incident occurred during a ceremony honoring the swearing in of the first African-American woman obtained of the Fire Department New York, Reverend Pamela Holmes, prompting James to address the crowd. Oh, come on. We're in a house of God. Simmer down. Thank you for getting it out of your system. That's what she said. Vinny.
By the way, notice this, Patrick. There's an investigation for people that were booing her, and guess what's going to happen to them? They're going to investigate. They'll probably get fired. And if it's up to this, I hate her so much. They'll go to jail, right? Meanwhile, those illegal Venezuelans that beat the shit out of the New York City cops, they were arrested, released, and they're not they're not going after them at all. They're in a migrant camp back in New York, doing God knows what. It's like, what are we even talking about? We all know what she's doing. We all know who she's working for. We all know her agenda is to get rid of Trump. And just because a couple of cops that are pro-Trump, because guess what? The working man is for Trump. She's going to go after them, like hunt them down. She's a disgusting human being.
Adam.
Well, it's not a couple people. It sounded like they're going to have to go hunt down hundreds of firefighters.
Yeah,
okay,
no
not
shit.
cops, firefighters. So it wasn't a couple different dispersing voices, couple of claps. It sounded like a resounding boo for her and a loud vocal Trump, Trump, Trump from the audience. So I don't see how you go after dozens, if not hundreds of firefighters, because at the end of the day, a firefighter's job is to make sure the city don't burn down.
Yeah.
So I don't think anything is going to happen from this. I think it's all rhetoric.
But
You're
what
not
happens
going after anybody.
But if she finds out, let's say she gets 20 names, what is she doing?
Nothing.
No, but you know what I mean? She's looking for them to investigate.
What are you going to say?
Fire them. She's like, this is insubordination.
That would be ridiculous and absurd, and unfortunately, maybe par for the course for this woman.
Well, and what about New York in itself? It wouldn't surprise me.
First of all, this is Letitia James on message, doing what she does. There is nothing to be surprised about here. There is everything to be outraged about the way she does it.
Right.
Point one. Point two is right now, the New York Police Department and the New York Fire Department are having trouble recruiting people. So I don't see how you take people exercising freedom of choice who boo and make a point known when they're having trouble recruiting people. And I think what happened is she got pissed off, walked off stage, and goes to the head of the fire department, says, I don't like this crap. I don't like that they booed me here. Why didn't you prepare this? This is wrong. We're just trying to put the first African-American female chaplain, there. And since it's a chaplain, they held it in a house of worship because she's going to be ordained. What the hell, man? Why didn't you prep these people up? Go find out who booed and knock some heads. I think it's that simple.
Yeah.
Because that's her playbook. That doesn't surprise me. It outrages me, but it doesn't surprise me.
And remember one thing about firefighters. Everybody loves firefighters. They're not polarizing like the police. Now, we saw the debacle that was defund the police and the anti-police movement, which was ridiculous. And we've seen how police departments have had to lower their standards to just recruit people.
Yeah, do you like guns?
Yeah.
Here's the uniform.
They're just fat, sloppy, out of shape. Yeah. The typical Dunkin' Donut eating, Simpsons caricature of cops. That is now, unfortunately, some of the standard that they have to basically apply because a lot of people aren't trying to be cops and basically they can't recruit anymore. The last thing you need to do is lower your standards for firefighters that everybody loves. Yeah. Speaking of UFC, I remember a year ago we were at the UFC. There was a New York NYPD guy that came up to us, big fan,
awesome
whatever.
Guy. Yeah.
And he basically told us a quick story, sort of anecdotal. He's like, dude, it's
horrible.
It's horrible what's happening here. I'm trying to get the hell out of this thing.
Yeah.
And
see, that's the thing. It's like don't nobody want to be in New York now. It's like this woman get her way. Why in the crap do people that grown people have to come forward just because they booed her? I mean, that don't make sense. That's why she facing lawsuits now. She thinks she runs everything. Just because she got booed, now, they need to come forward, the ones that boo her. What? Ain't this called freedom of speech? If they want to boo her, they can boo her. You can't make somebody like somebody. You can't. You cannot make somebody like somebody. If they don't like her for what she's doing, they ain't got to sit there and clap to her crap. She's full of it. And they know it. So if she talking about that, she gonna end up, I guess, trying to get those firefighters fired, which now they already having a hard time in New York to get firefighters on the staff. So you telling me if somebody's house get caught on fire, is Letitia James gonna go put it out? I mean, it just don't make sense. She ain't gonna go do it. So she want these firefighters to come forward and just talk to her about why did you boo. It's easy. We don't like you. Because look at what you doing to Donald Trump. You're going to be the reason why New York loses money because ain't nobody going to want to do business here. Because soon as somebody start making money, here come Letitia James. She want to find out why you making so much money. She going to get that corrupt judge on her side to agree with everything she said, just like they did Donald Trump. So here's the thing, like I mentioned before early in the video, if they was chanting Joe Biden, she wouldn't have had no problems with that. It wouldn't have been no problem. But since it's Donald Trump, now she want to get a problem with. Now she want to go after them. She want to hunt them down. That they should come forward before we come looking for them. Everybody knows that this right here is all Letitia James. Because she could have easily said, don't worry about it. It's free speech. Let them say what they want to say. I'm pretty sure she went to the head person and said, We need to get those people. We want them people to come forward and get something done to them. And they already having a hard time trying to find firefighters when she ain't gonna go put out no fires. Like, this is crazy. Wow. Just amazing.
And recruitment is at all-time low. They can't sustain people. The last thing we need to do is start dwindling the numbers of the people that protect our communities, the police and the firefighters. So thank you guys for your service.
Right.
Yep. And by the way, she is aligned, but she ain't best buddies with Eric Adams. And Eric Adams is going to have to deal with re-election. And Eric Adams is already in trouble. We all know he is in trouble. When that election comes up, everything in New York, that guy's in deep trouble. And now you want to parade a bunch of firefighters being fired and have a rally in the steps of City Hall? That is the last thing that Eric Adams wants or needs. So this is also indicative of the incredible dysfunction that is in front of the New York voters as they look at, these are the people we voted for and this is what we got. Well, guess what? You guys have a choice. Next time at the ballot box, you guys have a choice.
And remember, Eric Adams was a former NYPD police officer.
Yeah.
And the
Food for
fire
thought.
department union and the police department union are joined at the hip when they negotiate with the city.
By the way, this is why Trump is saying that he may campaign in New York. He's convinced he could win New York. Because what
believe he
happened
can.
is, if you think about Lee Zeldin, right?
I really believe he can still win New York. And if Donald Trump does that, that's going to piss Letitia James off, and I'm going to love every bit of it. Because now you see, people are starting to wake up in New York. They see what this woman is doing to Donald Trump. And if the thing is that some of these people that's looking at this, like Kevin O'Leary, he even came out and said that he said he'll never do business in New York. Never. So now you see that Letitia James, she's going after this meat company. Now she's going after a meat company and getting sued by somebody else. It is just crazy. This woman want to go after everybody that makes money. She want to take money from other people, from other wealthy people. She want to take their money. This is exactly what she's trying to do to Donald Trump. Hey, come on, man.
It was a close call, guys. It wasn't
Against
like
Kathy Hochul for the gubernatorial race.
No, don't get me wrong. Kathy won, but it was still a close. Can you pull up the Zeldin Kathy Hochul race? I think she won by 8%, or I don't know what the exact number, but it was a
wrong,
win.
Pat.
Huh?
You're not wrong.
Okay, 8%. There you go. So 8%, but that's not wrong. That's New York.
Yeah,
what we're
it's usually
talking about.
double
Right?
digits
Yeah, exactly.
at least.
So Trump thinks he's going to win New York. By the way,
Oh my
if he
God.
wins New York, oh my
Man,
Chuck Schumer.
that-
Those
God, if he
guys.
wins New York, they're gonna lose their shit if he wins.
They is. And I agree with Patrick, but they will lose their, like, it ain't a point about they. It'll be Letitia James and that corrupt judge and go run. They will lose their mind. And me personally, I will love every bit of it. Every bit of it. Just imagine if Trump win New York. Man.
Wins New York.
It's
So
probably
Go to what the numbers
L
were,
word.
Biden versus Trump in 2020.
They don't like the L word if Trump wins.
Well, lesbian?
Landslide.
Oh.
No, they like that one. But
They
this
like
one, this is
lesbian.
it. So
Sorry,
what is
my
it? Zoom
brain.
in. 61-38.
Yeah.
That's New York, 2020. Okay, but a lot has changed, obviously, in 4 years. New York is,
Look at that state.
New York. And by the way, look at 2016 was by 27.
Look at Long Island.
So he won by how many? Can we say 22? So he
Correct.
won by 22.
Yeah.
In 2016, they won by 27.
Where do you see
In 2012, they won by 32. And in 2008, so it went from 32 to 32 to 27 to 22.
Wow.
Okay, to now by 8. Lee Zeldin, governor, loses by 8. So Trump and his camp, if they win New York, let me tell you, that's going to be
Game changer?
It's going to be wild. So I think when the fire department is calling out Letitia James and they're fearless about it, the element of fearlessness going on in New York, when it comes down to things like this, settle down, get it out of
that's-
your system, settle down.
Yeah, that was like very stupid and just dumb to try to tell other grown people, simmer down, get it out your system. Okay, you told them to simmer down and get it out their system. As soon as they got it out their system, you go run into the head person trying to get these firefighters fired. When they already still currently looking for help because don't nobody want to work in New York City because of this woman. She's ruining everything and they just sitting there letting her do it. They're just letting her do it.
She sounds like an actress from a movie representing the establishment coming in to give a speech and is not happy that the people don't like her.
Yeah.
She kind of is.
And Pat, mind you guys, Adam, you mentioned it's the fire department and the police. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah. And NYPD is the most revered. Just think 9/11 and what those guys are sacrificing. Mm-hmm. They all hate this attitude, bro. They are all pro-Trump. They can't out loud to come and say it because that's their leadership, but they're, trust me, they got Trump's back.
This is what we're going to do. Anybody that places...
But I think that was about it. I think he going into like his merch, talking about his hats and stuff. But I definitely wanted to cover that part right there. But they said she's facing even more lawsuits. Because she just got sued the other day, so she's facing even more. Now, this woman is sitting here threatening firefighters, trying to get them fired, want them to come forward for chanting Donald Trump. I mean, this is just dumb. I just don't get this woman at all. And I'm going to continue to call her out, and I enjoy doing it. And like I said before, if Donald Trump wins New York, oh my goodness. That video I'm going to make about that is going to be epic. I'm telling you right now, and I ain't playing around. But like I said, y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Please hit that like button for me. Subscribe. Make sure you got your notifications turned on all so you don't miss out on any videos. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.